In the first year after landing in Hong Kong, March of 1989, we traveled as roving pastors to the international community in China. In addition, I was teaching a group of Chinese ladies in the home. Dad held meetings for a group of international people in City Hall. A number of people from Cornerstone were attending. And Brother Philip was ministering to the Filipino community. In fact, one of the first meetings that he held together with them was in City Park, down at the end of Jim Sajay.
I decided to have a fellowship in park because we don't have nowhere to go and by that time. So we decided to go to Mariners Club, Mariners Park. The first Sunday, I think 8 or 10 of us was there. First Sunday, Dad was there and Brother Philip was there. We just having some fellowship.
And he told me, the church, I said, where can we find the church? He said, just go to the park near the Mariners Club in Chimsa Choy.
I was told it's a church, but it wasn't really. It just we are just having a fellowship, and then they were counting. I remember that they were counting. That's Pastor Steve, Dad Nolene, and Mom. They counted how many people, and yeah, they counted me. I was number 17. That's I can really remember.
Lighthouse, the time there was no name of the church yet, so the following week we were already meeting in the parks. So many parks we've gone, and we had gone. I remember we go to the homes like Sister Lisa's home. We go there for the Sunday service because we don't have this church yet.
The name was suggested by Brother Philip. He wanted it to be a light in this area, and God confirmed his blessing upon Lighthouse when sometime later Sister Peggy Shepherdson was walking along Nathan Road and met a couple of Bible couriers who said, "We've been praying for God to raise up a lighthouse in the Jim Sajay area." She said, "Wait till you hear the name of our new fellowship and its location."
We were already meeting in the Jim Sajay area, but then we heard the 4th floor on Hillwood Road was for rent.
This place, the 4th floor. And the first day we are here, we're just cleaning up. Everyone is, excited to have the place, and we just clean up. And
I remember that Brother Philip would just bring his own guitar to lead our praise and worship. And I think for how months passed, and then one member of the congregation donated a second-hand piano. So that's where Mom would play the piano and Brother Philip would play the guitar, and we would lead the praise and worship.
Really tight where the photocopier is right now, that used to be the pulpit. And then we grew much more than the 4th floor could accommodate. So we moved to Guangdong Hotel.
Already the 4th floor was overfull, and it was already too small. We had to come about half an hour early if we wanted to have a seat in the room. Otherwise, we had to remain standing either in the back or either outside in the hallway until the end of the singing, where the children would go out and have the Sunday school, and that would free a few chairs.
And so we retained the 4th floor, but rented conference rooms in the Guangdong Hotel.
I know that we've stayed longer in Guangdong Hotel here at Jim Sajay. There's also a morning meeting. I think we were asked to leave Guangdong at the time, and then we had to actually move around. And then that time was the time when we were already thinking of purchasing the 2nd floor.
We desperately needed a home of our own. Bouncing around was no good because people didn't know where to find us.
So Mom and Dad shared that we need to have a place of our own, and we need to pray.
Maybe later on in 1992. So Lighthouse needed a solution. What do we do? Where do we meet? And then this is at the time that the 4th floor that Lighthouse was already renting, and the second floor both came open to either to rent or buy.
But then the owner of the fourth floor told us that he would no longer rent to us. We would have to buy or move out. So we were faced with buying both the second and the fourth floor. This would take a miracle.
The leadership of the church at the time prayed and they had faith. Let's buy it.
Miracles don't just happen. God expects us to work and sacrifice, and if we will do our part, then God will do what we cannot do. So this is how we began to work on the second floor to pay for it. Many people sacrificed time. We worked hard in labor. They doubled their giving. So many people sacrificed greatly to be able to purchase the fourth and the second floor.
Faithful God, you stay the same.